Today we're going to talk about something juicy, and it's why I don't recommend working with family and friends as a commercial product photographer. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my friends and family, but when it comes to business, mixing personal relationships and professional ones can get, well, tricky.
Hey! So, I was kind of thinking maybe possibly because we're friends, we could do a shoot and it would be for free.
First off, there's the guilt factor. As a commercial photographer, my rates reflect the time, effort, and my skill set that I bring to every shoot, not to mention the cost of running a business. But when friends and family ask for work, it's hard not to feel guilty about charging my actual rate. And at the same time, I can't just give up my time for free because, well, I have a livelihood that I need to pay for and employees who probably won't appreciate if I don't pay them. This inner conflict makes it really tough to navigate, and no matter what I decide, it honestly feels like a lose-lose situation.
Okay, so we're gonna go in, take a few photos, be in and out in 20 minutes.
Then there's the expectations. Friends and family often have a very different idea of what I do and what my shoots entail. Many don't fully understand the value of commercial photography, and they might compare it to, say, something like family portraits or event photography of someone's birthday. But here's the thing, they are completely different. Family photography is for personal keepsakes, whilst commercial photography is designed to help brands make money. And the pricing reflects that difference. One is for sentimental value, whereas the other is for financial gain. The gap in understanding can lead to a little bit of tension if it's not addressed up front as well. Not to mention, one of our shoots on average can be anywhere between $7,000 to $10,000. So if I said that to a friend, I think that would be just a little bit insulting. Hey, remember when we spoke about budget? No, that sounds really bad. No. So, remember the photo shoot and like the pricing and like how you said you were gonna pay? No, I can't do that.
You needed to talk to me, right?
Another issue is having those hard to have conversations. It can be really uncomfortable to talk about things like budget, timelines, or revisions with someone you're close to. And if something goes wrong or expectations aren't met, it can put a little bit of a strain on your relationship. Separating personal connections from your professional obligations is much harder than people think. And in my experience, it's rarely worth the risk of damaging a friendship. And honestly, when I've done work for free or at a discounted rate for friends and family, it often doesn't get used to its full potential. I found that when someone pays full price for something, especially if it's expensive, they tend to value it a lot more. And they're way more likely to make the most of it to really maximize that investment. But when it's free, it sometimes gets taken for advantage, which is frustrating because you put your heart and soul into every single project and it might not be as appreciated as it should be. Now, I do want to acknowledge the flip side of all of this. I work with my partner, Huzi, and we've been running our business for almost 8 years together. And if I'm being completely honest, I could not do this without him. Now, that's not to say it hasn't come with its challenges, because trust me, it has. We've had to work really hard to make this work, and one of the biggest lessons that we learned really early on was the importance of defining our roles. We've each had to find what we're good at and stick to it. For example, Huzi now handles all the invoicing, the proposals, and the client communication, which used to really stress me out. Meanwhile, it seems that I get all the fun jobs. I get to manage our staff, I oversee our projects, I handle all of the creative things, and of course I get to talk to you guys. And I've somehow become the face of this business, and most of the time, Huzi thrives behind the scenes. Now, by playing into our strengths and respecting each other's roles, we've been able to build something really, really amazing together. So, whilst I have learned to navigate a working relationship with my partner, I am still very cautious about working with friends and family. Now, it is definitely not impossible to make it work, but it does take a lot of effort, a lot of boundaries, and very clear communication. And sometimes I just find the potential strain on your personal relationships is not worth it. At the end of the day, you have to decide what is best for you and for your business, and for me, keeping my personal and professional world separate is usually the best move. Now, if you are my friends and family and you are watching this video and you think this is about you, it probably is. No, just kidding, it's not. Okay, it is. It could be a little bit. Tiny bit? No, it's not. I'm just kidding. But nonetheless, you watched this video, which gave me engagement, which means that you support me regardless. Thank you for watching. And on that note, I'll see you next week. Lauren doesn't like these goodbyes, but that's how I'm doing it. See you later. I just added that bit in there. Come on, girlfriend.